So I'm here with Mr. Fatboy Slim. What's just happened? Did you expect to be here a month ago in Ibiza?
A month ago I didn't expect to be in Ibiza. I definitely didn't expect to be in this particular part of Ibiza. No, I mean the last 6 months it's been yo-yoing. It's like we were all just going, oh, we have to go. I mean my kids have been here every year of their lives, and I've played here every year for a quarter of a century, and we're just like, we have to be here. And we was talk about, you know, if we couldn't fly, we were going to drive to Barcelona and get a ferry. We had to be here, but then things were happening where it's like we might not be allowed to be here, but we just had to do it. We had to do it, but there was many times when we didn't think we would. And then once we got here, it was like, is there anything going on that I can get involved with? And so just a cheeky text to Andy McKay saying, I'm here, you know, available if there was any DJing work, but I didn't really know what was allowed and what was going on. There wasn't much coming back to England about what was going on, apart from the big clubs all shut. So I didn't really have. It was a dream that I would be able to play anywhere or do anything, and I had my memory sticks and my headphones just in case. So this is two dreams come true. One, to be here for family holiday with my kids, and two, to be able to play a show, and because just to be amongst that amount of people having fun, almost dancing, but none of them were really dancing. It's
like you said, like 3 days ago. It was like 3 or 4 days ago. I got the text message with the smiley face, and I was like, no way. I was like, this is
3 or 4 days ago that we decided we could do it. I mean, obviously we thought long and hard about whether it was a good thing to do, whether we could do it safely, and what sort of messages we were sending, or just basically whether we could do it and be safe. That's because I'm not an irresponsible person, and aware that this global pandemic is not to be taken lightly. So
I think the measures in place today were like everyone was.
I mean, just from a personal side for me, as a DJ, I love playing and I love sharing.
You could see that today when you had your kids up.
I haven't been able to do that for 6 months, and I've done a couple of live streams in my living room, but to have all those people around and feel that, to put a tune on and feel everyone go, "Whee!" that just makes my heart beat.
I got emotional when you had the kids up.
How
did that feel to you?
Yeah, it was a very emotional thing for me, but it felt right. It felt like everyone was spaced out enough. Felt everybody was behaving themselves.
I think it was well controlled.
And so it didn't feel like we were being irresponsible. But at the same time, it did feel like people were having fun.
Yeah, they were really enjoying it.
I mean, they weren't having as much fun as they would have done if they were being irresponsible, but we found the right balance.
I think we need to get ready for that new norm. Also wanted to talk.
Well, the weird thing about the new normal is it's not normal at all. It's not normal. That's what I've been finding out.
I wanted to touch as well on you, because you said obviously you had a good relationship with Ibiza Rocks, as you have. I've seen you play everywhere on the island. I have to have seen you everywhere on the island, from every club. But you have a special relationship with Ibiza Rocks. How has that come about? From the early days to now?
It came because Andy and Mike and Claire were the first people to befriend me and give me a gig here. So they put me on a Manumission, which was taking a bit of a punt, because I wasn't a house. When we played a lot of house, I was playing this strange, crazy breakbeat, what became big beat. But they were like, "Oh, come play in the back room," and so they gave my first job, and because of that relationship, they showed me around the island. They introduced me to people, and then we've stayed friends ever since, and we're all still here getting away with it. So our paths have crossed in between. I mean, there are other great relationships I have on the island, like with the Mambo brothers and things like that. It's not just Andy and Dawn. So, but they were my first. It's like, they took my virginity. They took my Ibiza virginity, and I will always remember that. It was always, but also, it's very much a symbiotic relationship. They helped me out and things, and I had to fill in for Spandau Ballet here once.
Yeah.
And he phoned me up and just went, "We're in a real pickle. Can you fill in for Spandau Ballet?" I'm like, "Yeah." And but they let me do things that they probably wouldn't let.
It's kind of like a family.
Yeah,
I've worked with
my
them.
birthday party at Pikes and things like that, and it's a reciprocal thing. But it's a love thing. We remember the days where people came to Ibiza for the love of music and hedonism and partying, and it wasn't about money in those days. It wasn't about all the big businessmen trying to build super clubs and things. We came here for a particular kind of love, and I think we've still got that love, and we remember that love.
I think I'll just let you wrap it up on that. That was amazing.
Is that all right?
Yeah. Cool. I've had such a good time tonight.
Me too.
Thank you very much.
You too.